All right. So here we carry on the cross of the sleeping phoenix, 3-5 profile. For me, this is the science profile, the discoverer profile. Maybe I should explain that to you. When you're looking at a third line team, as we always were dealing with the whole thing of mistakes and losing the sense of value and worth, when I talk about the three needs to publicize what doesn't work. They need to get that out. And that moment that they get it out, they're going to be fulfilling the role. When you're dealing with a five at the unconscious level, the five is about the potential for universalization. There's an aspect of the 3-5 in which the failure of things that don't work, the things that break down, can become universalizing principles. In other words, a lot of people can be told about something that isn't functional, that takes away from your efficiency, and so forth and so on. So when you're looking at the 3-5, there is this, they're the ones who can publicize is the most easy that's genetically because that's a predisposition. They're the ones that can publicize what does not work in order to be able to save and guide us towards what does work. It's the whole point. It's the whole point of 3-5 discovery. This is the material plane. On of One of the things you notice about 3-5 phoenixes is that they're the ones who really discover on the doing plane. In other words, there is this need. Three cannot stay in the house. It's not the truth. There's need to be to go out. There's this need to go out and explore. There's not the need to deal with the material plane, nature of the plane. They drive out into the world. It's busy, busy, busy. And they make a lot of mistakes fast. One of the interesting things about the 3-5 is the configuration, is because the busyness is something that is just a full vibrating constant for them. That all of those fast mistakes tend to lessen their individual potential as a sense of failure. As a matter of fact, one of the things that I teach manifesting generator is to make lists. And the reason I teach manifesting generators to make lists is that in the archetype of 2034, you're so busy, hey, racing over things that you never have time to really do it yourself. So make list. So they don't work that you don't remember them. There are a lot. They never get to the result. It's not like somebody who's a 3-5 and doesn't have this and like to hit a brick wall. They can spend months lamenting the brick wall. If you're 2034 and you hit a brick wall, you bounce up, you climb a tree and you jump over, and by the time you've been over the next several days, the score that you feel for bumping into the wall is gone, the memory is gone, it's forgotten, and the experience is forgotten. And somebody comes up a week later and says, I'm going to go to this running course alone. Hey, sweetie, that you think you don't remember to do. Tell them, right, this is a way I can over the hill. And if you're not careful, I'll smash you in it. It's one of the things about the manifesting generator is all about. What is it to be a three? That is they're able to say, look, it doesn't work, don't do that. So this could be the magic of the 3-5. Unfortunately, because the third line personality is so dense in the not self that it's so easy for the not self to take the personality of the three and twist it into a martyrdom. So twist it into a victimization of the not self. It's so easy. And the moment that you have that, the moment you have a child that seems to feel, it's not so much they stop doing their 3-5s after all, they're 20-34s in this configuration. It's not like they're going to stop doing, but they're not going to advance. They're not going to take really risk cases. They're not going to leap into things. They're not going to stay with you. Você quer sentar aqui? Quer ligar? Depois senta lá.
Fica aí.
Yeah? Tá bom?
É bom lugar.
Tá. And of course, that goes against their very nature. The 2034 is purely mutative. It's here to be busy with new, what is mutative. And so what you get from the not self 3-5 is that they turn off literally to mutation. They turn off to a lot of other things. They end up being in a sexual denial, and they end up being difficulties in relationship because they don't seem to connect to people anymore. To be a 3-6 on a sleeping phoenix is in many ways not so much to be asleep, but to be asleep in a nightmare. The not self and the self improvement business. That is making the not self a better not self. When you're so busy, you have to go through a 3-3 first cycle stage. Life can appear to be deeply depressing to you. Whenever you're dealing with any cross configuration like this, in this instant, you have three arms that are individual. You're obviously dealing with the chemistry of individuality. You're dealing with its moodiness. You're dealing with its melancholy. You're dealing with its potential for depression. How easy is not to not self for individuality to be transformed from melancholy into depression? It's very easy. It's something so important to see about the 3-6 phenomena here. How melancholic life appears to be, how deep the pessimism is, and obviously we're dealing with an unusual configuration because of the nature of this cross. They aren't the opportunities of this cross to be able to stop for a moment and contemplate. Get the joke? You have to be awake to contemplate. It's a contemplation that is the now waiting in response. When you're standing in the gateway, you begin to understand something. That the moment of your life is a response to life. It's just a response, all of it. You don't have to stand still to be contemplative. You don't have to be stand still to be in the now. That is what is inherent truth about the 20 is all about. It's every breath, it's every milli breath. It's just about not being attached to the this or the that. This mistiness is a kind of protection from the program in an area of a chemical evolution that is disturbed. After all, the mutation that's taken place in the solar plexus has collateral damage in the not self realm, prostate cancer, autism. There are all kinds of things associated with this mutation that are not pretty. One of the most interesting things for me is about the nature of the sleeping phoenix, and how this business is a way of protecting these beings. We can say, they're asleep and they're always going to be asleep. Well, we all come back. Who says we have to wake up? I'm not certain that I want to wake up any more of these people. I'm not, because I understand what that is all about, because I know the name of the cross, and it's not Sleeping Phoenix, and I realize it's a kind of protection. The most important thing for 2034 is that they have in their life is 4323, the guidance. 2346, I'm not here to be led. They have to be guided in the sense that it's a word, and it's something that is used in the context of projector. Basically, all 2034s need to be guided to the right question. The thing that will change their life is to have somebody in their life that can ask them the right question. If you want to drop the wheels from the 2043 sides, there's only always one question always. There's always one question. This is the deepest understanding of the Zen master, is that trigger can be very minimal, and yet they can open up you completely, and it's something to understand about them. The sleeping phoenix ones, there is the question that will shatter them, that they will take down the blindness and they will open up what is there.